Yes, hello everyone. This is CA Pragnesh Kanabar, and today I am in front of you with a very nice discussion on IFRS upgrade that you can get post qualification. Yes, so I think everyone understands, post qualification, whether you're a chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary, all right, or maybe you are still working in the accounting field. Maybe you don't have these qualifications, maybe you have some other qualification, ACCA, all right. But everyone understands that if you really want to get into that finance and accounts team of multinational companies, I repeat, if you want to get into the team of finance and accounts in multinational companies, then there is something called as IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standards, that everyone looks at in your CV when they're shortlisting. Hi, for the people who don't know me, I am CA Pragnesh Kanabar, all right, into teaching field and teaching audit at CA inter and CA final level, now closing on 10 years of experience. And now, after accumulating so many past students and having a good presence into CA community, I feel that I need to be a little more creative and I need to also give back to the CA community by bringing different smart options in front of them. Now, how did an audit professor from CA inter and CA final level thought about bringing IFRS in front of you, and how you can ensure post qualification that you get a very good package? This whole idea, ये मेरे mind पे strike कैसे हुआ? Let me tell you, my wife is MBA HR, all right, and she runs her own recruitment agency, all right, our recruitment agency C3 Placements. Now, because we are in the 5th or 6th year now of recruitments, so abhi hamare paas, we have started getting those multinational clients and stuff. So there is one common requirement whenever these MNC companies, when they want a chartered accountant or cost accountant or company secretary, they want these professionals to have the knowledge of IFRS, all right. And वो ना कैसा होता है, I'll tell you, when the recruiters are searching your CVs, तो उनका keywords का filter होता है. They have a keywords filter, all right, when they are searching your CVs on naukri.com or some other website. And in that keywords filter, they are asked by the client to put the keyword filter as IFRS. So maybe you are a chartered accountant, maybe you have good knowledge about Ind AS, all right, but if you do not have that IFRS on your CV, आपका CV shortlist ही नहीं होगा. तो ये हो गया जॉब पर्सपेक्टिव से, एमएनसी कंपनीज में अगर आपको फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट में जाना है तो. Practicing perspective से, I have many friends, all right, who are into proprietor level practice and थोड़ा small sized firm practice. तो अगर उनको भी MNC clients को pitch करना है, so they need some kind of IFRS certification on their resume, on their CV also. So whether you're a practicing professional or whether you're a qualified CA, all right, or whether you're qualified CA, CMA, or maybe pursuing some other courses, so क्या आप अपने CV पे IFRS का upgrade ला सकते हो? Can you bring IFRS upgrade on your CV? The answer is definitely yes. How to bring that upgrade? What kind of courses you need to do? And who can help you over here to give you exactly the certification which can get you a good job or good placement, or which can get you a good MNC client, all right? And for that, we are arranging this particular session. We have arranged this particular session. Okay, so let me, without wasting time, let me just show you some document which I want to brief you about. Can you just confirm, please? Can you see the screen? Yeah. Okay, great. So this is basically the brochure given by ACCA body, all right? You know ACCA body UK, all right? So yes, this ACCA body from UK is really bringing out some really good courses, all right, on such IFRS and stuff, which can give you a good upgrade and which can ensure that you have that stamp on your CV about IFRS. अब ये ACCA UK body ने पूरा कोर्स निकाला है, डिप्लोमा इन IFRS, all right, which is called as DIP IFRS. Now there is a course structure to it. There is an examination for it. अगर आप ये कोर्स खत्म कर लो, and if you clear this particular examination, then in that case, you can get an official certification on your CV that, boss, you have done this. And then you can write it on your CV, you can pitch it to your employers, you can pitch it to your clients also, all right? And let me tell you that the number one institute the number one institute who is providing coaching into the ACCA, into the courses offered by ACCA, is Zell Education from Mumbai. And Zell Education is a very creative organization. Very creative organization. इनका ना वो अपना ट्रेडिशनल CA, CS, CMA courses का काम ही नहीं है. So they are into foreign courses like ACCA, like US CMA, like CFA. All right. And they are adding more courses as we speak. So they have already taught more than 10,000 students, and they have a team of professionals from the industry who can help you to ease into these courses and actually clear the certification. इनका जो प्रोफेशनल नेटवर्क है वो भी जबरदस्त है. Let me tell you, I am really surprised कि मैं खुद मुंबई में था for so many years and अभी भी हूँ, and I was not aware about this mega organization. जब फॉरेन कोर्सेज का इंपॉर्टेंस इंक्रीज होना शुरू हुआ, एंड जब हमने सोचना शुरू किया दैट लेट अस स्टार्ट प्रोवाइडिंग फॉरेन कोर्सेज आल्सो, I saw that there is an organization which is doing this for more than 8+ years. And they have already mastered the art of providing foreign courses. So that is why, rather than Pragnesh Kanabar starting his own foreign courses, I have partnered with Zell Education to really provide some really creative courses. And they will tell you today that when it comes to IFRS diploma course, which is offered by ACCA UK global body, how it can help you in your CV, how it can help you when you're pitching to the client. Second, what is the course structure? What is the fee structure? What is the eligibility criteria? Everything will be explained by some really experienced representatives from Zell Education, Mumbai. All right. So now, without wasting further time, I will hand it over to them. I've already added them as co-host in the meeting. I will stop sharing my screen. All right. And let me introduce Mr. Rashesh Majetia. He is the representative from Zell Education, and he will himself brief you about his great profile. And he is really this into these modern courses and stuff. All right. And we also have Pragati Bimani from Zell Education. Both of them are really killing it in the in counseling students when it comes to foreign courses. All right. I really feel outdated when I talk to them, because they have explored so many opportunities for chartered accountants, cost accountant, and company secretaries, that how they can add foreign courses to their CV and how they can ensure that you are really, cracking it in your job field and in your practice field. So I will stop doing my buck and I will give it to you. I'll give it over to you. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just spotlight your video. Yes.
Right. So, Pragnesh, thank you so much for that kind introduction. And I'm sure all of your students are here connected to you mainly. And thank you so much for that. Guys, I'm Rashesh Majetia. I'm an ACCA. I'm a 3-time world rank holder in the field of ACCA. And I've been with Zell Education for about 3.5 years now. And the purpose when we connected with Sir was very simple. What he highlighted, right? That it's the idea that now, since the whole accounting profession has gone global for quite a few years now, the Indian chartered accountants are looking for something to add to their, qualification already. And that's the purpose where Pragnesh sir and we started talking. We started understanding that, okay, can something be offered to the students here such that they can also upgrade themselves, upskill themselves at this point in your career juncture. So I'll share my screen. I'll take you all through a few slides. But the idea is to keep this very informal, guys. I'm not here to give a formal presentation or anything like that. Just a few slides to help you get some information about IFRS. Already we've taken your time on a Sunday. So you all have already given the first step of commitment, joining us on a Sunday, taking the time out to understand where you all can upskill. So I'll keep it very crisp, take you all through a few quick slides, and then we'll make it informal. Please feel free to ask any questions to me, to Pragnesh sir, to Pragati. More than happy to help you. That's our only objective here. If you choose to do IFRS through someone else, through us, that's not something we're after. We just want to help you understand that, okay, this is something you can do. This is something you can consider and how it might help you, right? So,
sorry to interrupt. So let me tell you, that you can be completely informal in this discussion. He is just going to show you some slides and explain you how IFRS can help it. The intention is not to pitch the course and get your enrollments. All right.
Right.
The intention is कि मैं चाहता हूं मेरे स्टूडेंट समझे कि फॉरेन कोर्सेज नाम की चीज है जो फटाफट आपका पे पैकेज इंक्रीज कर सकती है. All right. So whether you enroll with Zell or not, that's not the point. The point is that to get your queries cleared with respect to IFRS, you can also drill him more on US CMA or CFA, all right. But he is the guy to go for foreign courses. Yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt. Please continue.
No, thank you. Right. I'm hoping my screen should be visible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I think sir has already mentioned DIP IFR, or simply Diploma in International Financial Reporting Standards, is offered by ACCA. Now, ACCA is a very old body hailing from the UK, offering this qualification to get someone upskilled in IFRS, plain and simple. Now, IFRS, as we already know, because all of you all belong to the CA community where we study the Ind AS. Now, Ind AS, of course, is an adaptation of IFRS. When the world started adopting IFRS, like we can see, currently more than 180 plus countries, which is the majority of the world, is following IFRS. When we say following IFRS, guys, the range of them following IFRS can differ. Some countries have completely adopted IFRS, which means someone who's qualified in IFRS, or someone who has the right chartered qualification, say like an ACCA, can be the signing authority in these countries. Countries like Singapore, places in the Middle East, places in Europe, all of these guys have complete affiliation of IFRS, which means they follow IFRS in their country. Then there's tier 2 affiliations, affiliations in Canada, affiliations in Ireland, South Africa. All these places have a core tie-up with IFRS, which means if you are knowledgeable in IFRS, you can very well operate in their country. And if you have something like ACCA, you can also get a cross qualification, which means say you've done your ACCA and there is a Canadian CPA. You can directly become a Canadian CPA without any additional exams, any documentation, none of that. Simply apply and become a qualified chartered accountant of that respective country. And then there is tier 3 IFRS connections, which is like we have it in India, where IFRS is being followed. It is widely in practice. Someone who has the knowledge or the expertise in IFRS can also be practicing IFRS. So the purpose of this discussion today is, I think like sir already mentioned, as chartered accountants, we tend to go in two routes. Either we have our own practice, or we work for an MNC or a consulting organization and deploy our skills there. Now, if we are working for an MNC, it's very, very obvious, right, that they would require someone who has a wider range. I can cast a wider net and cater to more clients. Of course, being proficient in Ind AS, all of you all can cater to Indian clients. But once you extend that to IFRS, your company, your organization can now deploy you to more external clients and have you give your expertise in catering them. If you're going down the practicing route, then again, it is a similar avenue for you. You can now not only practice or cater to clients in India, but also to clients across the world where they need expertise in IFRS. Right now, also, we have a very strong tie-up with EY GDS. And with EY, we know that they are sitting on 8,000 jobs for IFRS, be it in stat audit profile, be it in accounting advisory profile across India. Now, these are all jobs that they're expecting to be fulfilled in the coming 2 years because they are expanding their offices, they're expanding or expecting increased workload. So the idea is that getting more and more candidates qualified in IFRS now will get them tangible benefits in the coming year or the years to come, right? A little bit about the course. It is a very, very simple course. It is the exhaustive study of all IFRSs in one single paper. One paper is all we need to give it a diploma in IFRS. There's an option to give it twice a year. You can give the exam in June, or you can give the exam in December. And these exams are computer-based. So just like you're expected to give or to work in the real life, the exams are structured in a similar manner. We can just glance through the curriculum. Like I said, there's no need to go in depth. The very simple idea is that it's every single IFRS we will be studying. So we have your cash flows, your consolidations, your preparation, every standard required to be able to prepare your accounts is what is covered in the study of IFRS. The exam again is very, very simple. It's a 100-mark exam, 50 marks to pass these exams. About 40 to 45% people on average pass these exams on their own in their first attempt itself. These numbers might already look very good to you because you are used to the CA pass percentages. So I'm hoping this is in itself, inspiring you all. And the exam structure is also very, very similar. It's 4 questions for 25 marks each. Why is this important? It's because it covers the range of IFRSs that you might study in your diploma studies. Right, guys? A little bit about us. And before I get to that, another very important thing I wanted to cover today is eligibility. Now, the thing for eligibility that you all need to know, plain and simple. As long as you all are from the CA fraternity, if you all have done your CA intermediate, if you all have done your articleship, you all are all eligible for IFRS.
So sorry. This is a very sensitive point. Right? So if I am a chartered accountant, or if I have just cleared inter CA,
right,
or I have so I can still apply for this DIP IFRS course.
Yes. So let me break it down, sir.
Yeah.
If you're a chartered accountant, you're a qualified chartered accountant, you're qualified and you're eligible for IFRS. If you've done simply your articleship or even 3 years of accounting work ex without any other qualification, you are eligible for IFRS. Finally, if you've done your CA intermediate and you have a few years, to be precise, 2 years of work experience, you are eligible for IFRS. So their criteria is also available on their website. If anyone wants to hear it, we can share it on the platform today. But the idea is anyone ideally from the CA fraternity, CA intermediate and upwards becomes eligible for the DIP IFRS qualification. So I'm hoping I'm able to clarify that.
Yeah, I'm just sharing your brochure with them in the meeting itself.
Okay. Perfect, sir. Yeah. Right. So moving forward, guys, quickly a little bit about us. At Zell, we're a team of ACCAs, we're a team of CFAs delivering these qualifications for our students. We had a very simple idea. All of our team members are people like me, people coming from the academic background, coming together to ensure that what we're delivering is something we've undergone ourselves. So all our faculty, someone you might expect to meet tomorrow, is someone who's also done the qualification themselves so that they can help you, guide you the best in the future. Right? One very, very important thing that you all need to know is that we are platinum approved partners with the ACCA. Now, this might be a simple term, but the idea is that ACCA has approved partners. It starts from silver, it goes to gold, and goes to platinum. Now, these are not terms, but it is a demonstration of our pass rates. So only when an institute is able to demonstrate 80 to 85% pass rate in their students is when they get a platinum approved partnership status. So
sir, they will understand in a different form.
Right.
The institute which claims to be leading institute in chartered accountancy, all right, has still not attained platinum status. I hope you can understand that.
Right.
So platinum status is given only based upon pass rates. With your infrastructure, with your money, you can go to silver, gold status. But platinum status is given only when the institute is dedicated to these courses. So right. I think now they would have understood.
Definitely, sir. And I think to just add a little bit more, I think in India currently there are 5 active platinum status partners, spread across India, and having trained more than 10,000 candidates now, can safely say that we're one of the ones, who have a much established presence in terms of our alumni, in terms of our network. And how we do it is the rest of the points in front of you, right? We allocate a mentor to every student so that throughout your journey, for the most simple problems like how do I book my exam, to how do I access my material, any single thing is available. A mentor is right on call for you so that they can be of your help.
And their mentors do give a reply. Huh? Their mentors do give a reply. It's not just to claim.
Right. And there is our own content. So if you choose to do IFRS or anything like that, you end up spending another 2-3 thousand just acquiring licensed content. But we have gone down the route and created our own content, which is filled of Indian examples. Because again, for employability in India, we should know the relevant Indian case studies. Like for example, in the topics of
So I think there is some network issue on your side. Maybe. Okay. So what I there
we
is some
recently
network
included a
issue on
case
your
study of
side.
CRED. I'm sure all of us have been using CRED or hearing about.
So just a minute, there is some network issue on your side.
There is, Rashesh, we cannot hear you properly.
Okay, now I think yeah, you can switch off the video and then continue.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm audible.
Yeah. So I just to clear it out so that students are not disconnected. First is the course structure. IFRS is a simple one paper exam which is a computer based exam which they can appear 2 times in a year. All right, sir, we will just take a Q&A round. I know the queries of the students because I had asked them through the Google form. So course structure is one paper covering all IFRSs. It's one paper computer based exam, can be given 2 times in a year. What are those months when they can give the exam?
June and December.
June and December. All right. So point number 1 is clear. Point number 2, the eligibility is chartered accountancy or other professionals also, right? CS, CMA
Yes.
can also put it.
Yes.
And even if they have not cleared chartered accountancy, but if they have done their articleship, they can still apply. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So that is the eligibility criteria. Third thing is, sir, whether they will genuinely be able to claim after this that they have a good IFRS certification. So what is the course content that you provide and what are the faculties with you? Are they from the industry or they are just academic faculties? Because this really matters to them after clearing chartered accountancy.
Right, definitely. No, I think for faculties, it's very important for us to expose them to a strong network. So here, I think it is a highlight of a few of our top faculties, And here in front of you, you can see Mr. Aditya Sheth having his background in ICICI and Grant Thornton. He's an ACCA himself. So that's again coming from someone who trains IFRS here at ZEL. So we ensure that all our faculties have the background themselves to be able to deliver something like IFRS and other qualifications. The same methodology follows, that they have the qualification themselves to be able to deliver the qualification.
Correct. So because frankly speaking, when they have done the chartered accountancy, we have
Right.
our ICI has some restriction on the number of hours that we can teach. So if we want to be a full-time teacher, we cannot have a practicing certificate.
Definitely.
So many professors are good academicians, all right,
Yes.
but not that exposed to the practical aspects. All right. So I
Correct.
think these are more of corporate trainers rather than just being academic teachers, right?
Yes.
All right. So I think first is course structure clear. I'm just revising because I'm a teacher. All right. So one
Definitely.
paper, one exam can be given in June, December. Second is eligibility criteria. I think everyone attending over here is eligible. All right. CS, CMA, or even if you're done with your articleship, you can still apply. Third one is the faculties. The faculties are going to be the the corporate trainers who can connect with the practical examples over there. And what is the mode of delivery, sir? Is it the live session recorded? What is the mode of delivery for them?
Sure, sir. So basically what we do is we do live training, which is for 6 months. So for example, the batches that will start in June will be to prepare you for the December attempt. And what happens here is all the sessions are on the weekends, because I'm sure all of you are working. I would say Monday to Friday, but I know you all are working Monday to Sunday also sometimes. But I'm sure all of you are working. So we try and do it on the weekends. We do it live online. So like Zoom, of course, is the new way, new normal. So you all can attend the sessions live. All the recordings are also available for every single session. So whenever you all want to access it, you all can access it. Pre-recorded sessions are also available. We keep everything available for you so that whatever way you're most comfortable in, you all can give the exam, right? Of course, the faculty is available for doubt solving, revisions, all these things. So we have a very simple structure. Give you all the tools you need to prepare for your exam. Of course, a mentor then helps you shape your own journey. How do you prepare? How do you give the mocks? How do you give the exam and pass? And that leaves you with no other room. Say, okay, सब मिल गया, अब मुझे pass करना है. And of course, you become a diploma holder in IFRS.
And sir, one more query. So let us say they came to know about the IFRS course from here. Now there are multiple people teaching DIP IFRS course. One benefit of ZEL is that you have corporate trainers with you.
Right.
Second benefit of Zell, if I'm not wrong, is because you are platinum card holder, they get a nice fee exemption when they are registering for these exams. Do they have an
Definitely.
exemption over here also?
Definitely, sir. So any student who wants to start their ACCA journey, they have to get themselves registered and have an account created, which tells ACCA that yes, I'm an active student looking to give IFRS. That registration fee is 89 pounds, which is about 9,000 rupees in conversion. With Zell, that's converted to 1,000 rupees. 8,000 rupees as a discount is passed on to the student because we are platinum approved partners.
Okay, so that ultimately is their benefit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so let us say they try for December attempt. You said that pass ratio is 40-45%. All right.
Right.
I think obviously Zell pass ratio would be greater, or this was the Zell pass ratio or ACCA pass ratio?
No, sir. The ACCA DIPA pass ratio is 40 to 45%. The Zell pass ratio currently stands at 80%.
Okay. And let us say for some reason, because they are very much occupied in their practical life, for some reason, if they're not able to clear, they have cleared chartered accountancy for sure, they'll be able to do this.
Definitely.
For some reason, if they're not able to clear, so for per exam, they have to pay the fees again and again.
Sure. So basically with Zell, once you take admission, we give you support for 2 attempts. So like you can see here, there's live training for 6 months and then further assistance for another 6 months. So at least for 2 attempts, you're covered. For ACCA fees, of course, the registration is one time. You don't have to keep registering again and again. To book the exam, there's a £129 fee, which you have to book every time you give an exam. Of course, no discount is offered here. So you book the exam, you pass the exam. In the event that, okay, for some reason we were unsuccessful, we have to pay this again for the next attempt.
This fees goes into ACCA account, right?
Directly to the ACC.
No. So, they should register for the exam when they are more confident.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Luckily,
and once they enroll with you, you will be giving them support for 2 attempts, whatever other 2 upcoming attempts.
Yes, sir. And the exam is to be booked 1 month in advance only. So 1 month in advance, being CS students, we know how prepared we are, right? So if we are already prepared, we know we are confident to pass the exam. Only then we book the exam. Before that, we've given mocks also. So we know that, okay, we are scoring good in the mocks. They are representing how we'll do in the exam. So now we can go ahead and book the exam. So we do it in a way that your money does not go to waste. Because even for us, like I said, to maintain a pass percentage is when you give the exam when you're absolutely ready.
And because you want to sustain your platinum card status.
Exactly.
That is why you would always want them to pass.
Be ready.
So that is, I think, just an automated cycle. I think this is great example of internal check, internal control.
Right.
So you will push the students to pass. Ki bhai tu confident hai to exam de.
Definitely. That's the idea.
Okay. So I think we have addressed everything, but I really feel that some students over here would also be interested to know about US, CMA, CFA and stuff, but it will get too boring for them to continue in this particular session only. So can they contact Zell and get the information from you? Would you be able to do it one-on-one with them?
Definitely. Pragati, if you can just drop your number on the chat box. So anyone who has any requirements can reach out to us directly. More than happy to counsel you all on IFRS, ACCA, CFA, CMA, CPA, any foreign qualification that you all will think of, because we sit with a team of academicians who are always ready to help.
Because let me tell you, some classes have started offering these foreign courses, but they are full of academic teachers. All right. So these guys need to know that where to enroll for foreign courses. So I don't want my students to be misled. And that is why I thought bringing Zell education in front of them so that they will understand that, boss, this is the prime institute for foreign courses. And that is where they need to register for. All right. So you have your contact number also. Pragati ma'am has shared it. I think we should leave the session open for question answers if students have any. Yeah.
Definitely. That would be a good.
Okay. So we are allowing you to unmute anyone who would like to ask any question. All right.